Welcome to United Community Bank. This session is intended for our business online banking customers who initiate ACH drafts or ACH debits into the system. If you take your browser to www.ucbi.com, go to the Business section, then go down to Online and Mobile Banking. You'll notice on this page that we have a tab for features, one on Mobile Access, one on Resources, How to Enroll, about the Secure Access Code that helps to authenticate you as you sign into online banking, and browser requirements. If we go back to the Resources tab, we have available an e-guide, business online banking training presentation, video tutorials on retail functions, commercial functions, mobile banking, bill pay, and security. We also have Treasury Management Quick Reference Guides, which are 2 to 3 page PDFs that will open and show you how to do each function step by step. In order to sign into online banking, take your cursor to the online banking, go to the login ID, and type in your login ID and your password. The next screen will be a secure access code. This is a prearranged number that is used to send you a secure access code, which is a 6-digit code that is available for one-time use only, and it is valid for 15 minutes. In this case, I will have this code sent to my text. This will then let you sign in. You can register your device if this is a computer that you normally use or that you currently own. If this is a computer that you do not normally use or that is publicly accessible, it's recommended that you click on the Do Not Register device. This will require the secure access code the next time you sign in. If you register your computer, you can bypass having to have the secure access code. Previous video sessions have talked about basic online banking functions such as account review and transaction history, how to do transfers, how to change different settings within your online banking experience. This particular session is on ACH debits and ACH payments. So if you are initiating ACH debits or drafts into the system, you'll go to Commercial Functions and go to Payments. You'll notice that if you are converting from another bank where we received conversion files, then we have pulled over recipients and we've pulled over templates to ease the transition and bring over as much information as we can. In this instance, we are going to do a payment from file. So we'll go to New Payment and Payment from File. So to do an ACH debit, you need to put information into the system, and we are going to choose a payment type of ACH collection because we are collecting funds from another account to deposit to your account at United Community Bank. You can upload 2 different kinds of files. One is a comma delimited file, and it is a 5-column file that looks like this. So in this case, I have just one transaction. So the first part of the field is our recipient name. The second, the 06112843, is a routing transit number. The third is the account number. The fourth field is a 1, indicating that is a checking account. If this were a savings or a loan, I would put a 2 or a 3. And then the final field is a dollar amount. So the dollar amount can be a usual payment amount or just a placeholder. You can also upload a NACHA formatted file. A NACHA formatted file is something that your accounting system would create and provide for you. Within the NACHA formatted file, there are particular pieces of information that need to be put in the company header and batch header record. If you received an email or other communication about your treasury management functions, that would be in that communication. Or you can contact a treasury sales officer or treasury management support. So I'm going to go ahead and upload my comma delimited file. I browse and I find it, and then I click Open. And then I'm going to upload the file. I can pick whether it's going to be a PPD or a CCD. A PPD means that the account that is being debited is a personal account, and a CCD means the account being debited is a business account. So, which account am I going to collect the funds into? I'm going to collect the funds into my 2864 account. I'm going to choose my subsidiary, which in this case is called Test Client, and I'll choose my effective date. We can choose a one-day effective date, or we can future date it. So I'm going to go ahead and choose April 27th, 2018 as my date. Depending on your security access, you may have draft-only access, meaning that you can create the transaction, but you cannot yet approve it. So if I want to go ahead and draft it, it will put it into the Activity Center, and then someone else at your company will need to go in to approve it. So let's try that. So it comes up and it tells me the transaction has been drafted but not approved. It tells me the date that it is going to be effective on that account. It tells me the dollar amount, so verify the dollar amount. You can either go straight to the Activity Center or you can click Close. So that transaction has been uploaded and is in a draft status. So if I want to review it and get someone else to approve it and have them sign in, and they would go to the Transactions and to the Activity Center. And you'll see this item here is in a draft status. As long as an item is in a draft or authorized status, you can still cancel it. So clicking here pulls it up. I can review some information, make sure that it looks correct, then go to Action, and I can click Approve. So I'm another person at the company, signed in, and I'm going to approve my transaction now. Again, using the secure access code to authenticate, it can be sent to a voice or to a text. It's a one-time use only, and it's valid for 15 minutes. So this transaction has now been successfully approved, and it's given me a reference number. So the reference number is also here on the transaction. Again, anytime that you see authorized or drafted, you still have the ability to go in and cancel an individual transaction so that it does not go out. This is useful if you realize that you have submitted something that is not valid or you need to change. If you need to print details, you can print details about the transaction. If you need to copy the transaction and create it again, you can copy it and do it as a one-time payment. So one of the features of the United Community System is able to do one-time payments as well. So if I needed to, I could go through and create this transaction, put in whatever kind of addenda information, such as invoice number 1234, and click Next. Choose which account the money is going to go to, click Next. Verify my effective date, so I can put a different effective date on here if I needed to, and click Approve. In this case, because I clicked Approve immediately, it's going to come up and ask me for the secure access code. And again, every time the secure access code is requested, it is a new code valid for 15 minutes and replaces the previous code. So in this case, the transaction is for $1, and it gives me my reference number. So I can click here and go straight to the view in the Activity Center. And I'm going to go ahead and cancel these transactions. So if you've done a transaction in the past that you simply want to repeat, and you don't want to go through the whole process of rekeying everything or uploading a new file, you can just come here and click Copy. Go ahead and get all those canceled and out of the system. So again, to initiate an ACH draft, you can go into Payments. You can use a pre-approved payment or template. So if I wanted to, I could go through and edit my transaction and update any of my payment information. Or it's a little bit easier to simply go into Payment from File. You can also use the ACH collection to do single payments. You can do ACH payment to push money out. You can use ACH receipt to pull money in, or you can use the payroll function. Generally, I find that the Payment from File function is easier to use. Once you have completed all of your information and actions for doing your ACH drafts and ACH debits, you want to be sure and log off. Log off will take you back to www.ucbi.com, and logging out closes out the session and protects your information. And again, just a reminder, going to the Business section, going to Online and Mobile Banking, and in the Resources page, you'll see the video presentations, and you'll see the Quick Reference Guide, as well as these video tutorials. Thank you for banking with United Community Bank, and we look forward to serving you.